Hey, how are you? I thought I'd make a single file of the prayer requests today, and my main goal is the preaching video is getting too long and the uploads, and so thought I'd just do the prayer requests in one little file and send it up by itself. So these are prayer requests for Sunday, the 14th of March of 2021, and ask you to remember all these things in prayer. Be praying about Easter. You know, last year we didn't have Easter or Christmas as far as services are concerned. And so, be thinking about your family and your friends and members that you haven't seen that you could invite out and get out to come to church on April the 4th for Easter. And, use that to your advantage and tell them, hey, we didn't get to have that last year and we'd love to. We are going to have the Easter egg hunt, and we're going to try to do that like we have in years past. Any help you could give us with candy or things to go inside the plastic eggs. We do have plenty of the plastic eggs, but if you have candy, or a lot of people have given change or money lately, if you want to do that, let Christina have that. And we'll put it in those eggs and have an Easter egg hunt for the kids. But more importantly, Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, we didn't get to do that last year. And so, look forward to that. And I'm trying to promote that and get everybody's mind headed towards Easter. So pray about that. Pray for church on Easter, and pray that we see a good crowd and a lot of people back. It'd be a great Sunday to do that. Be like a homecoming Sunday on Easter Sunday. That'd be a great thing. Pray for our nation. Continue to pray for the things that are put before our legislatures to vote on, and especially things that we've talked about. Ask you to remember to pray about those matters, and just pray for our nation and for our leaders and for wisdom. And I ask you to remember that, and pray for our church. Pray that we would continue to be able to have services, and that financially God would bless, and pray for our church in that way too. Let's go through these prayer requests. First of all, Paula got a good report as far as there is no cancer, and we're thankful for that. They've got her on very heavy antibiotics, and so pray for her meds that they will do what they're supposed to, and that they'll then know what they can do to help her. But great news that there was no cancer there. Now, as soon as I say that, then I have to tell you this. Donna texted me the other day and said that they had seen 2 small lesions, and so they went to get some tests done. And the cancer doctor seems to think that they could be cancerous, and that her cancer might have come back. And so we want to pray that that's not the case. She's going to have a PET scan done to find out for sure. But I pray that you would remember to pray for Billy and Donna and for this situation, and that we'd get good answers here and good results. And I ask you to make that a real matter of prayer for the Robbins family. Clarence is doing better. Thankful for that. And hopefully in the next week or so, he'll be back on a path to some clear health. But thankful for that, and ask you to continue to pray for Clarence and his healing. The Stout family, that was mentioned last week. Marianne, and some decisions that have to be made by that family. And I ask that you just give them some wisdom. I ask that you'd pray for some wisdom, and that God would give them some wisdom. And ask that you remember to pray for them. Ronnie texted me this week and said that he was having some heart issues. He's got a lot of fluid building up around his heart, and he's got a lot of swelling in his legs and his feet. And so he's going to see the heart doctor on Thursday, and just ask that you would remember Ronnie in prayer. They told him not to get around too much and try to keep his feet elevated. So ask you to remember Ronnie Burton in prayer. Pray for the Mahoneys. We mentioned that last week. For Leroy's health with his foot. For Reagan to be able to get her shots. For Dorothy's health, just ask you to remember them in prayer. Pray for Judy Signorelli, that Miss Barbara's cousin. She mentioned last week that they were going to start proton therapy. So just pray for them, and pray that that would have the results it can. And we just ask for God's will. But as long as we don't know what it is, we can pray for that miracle also. So you pray for Judy on that. Pray for Sean King. He was mentioned for prayer. He's got He's battling cancer, got blood issues also with the cancer. And so I ask you to remember him in prayer and the need that's there. And then Paula mentioned Cole Kasner last week, someone she's known for a long time. He's in his mid to later 30s, she thought, and he's had health issues during his life. And he's been having some kidney issues lately, and asked if we would pray for him. And so I ask that you would remember him in prayer. That's a lot of things to go on our prayer list, but I ask you to remember those things in prayer. And I ask that you would remember to pray for our church, pray for Easter, pray for upcoming Easter services, and pray that we can come out of this whole year. It might as well call it a year of lockdown, and that we come out and that we could at least think COVID zero, and that we could think that we could get back to some semblance of normalcy. And so pray for those people who have not yet gotten their shots. I got text from 2 people this week. Hey, I've gotten my shots. I'm fully vaccinated. Looking forward to being back on Sundays. I'm looking forward to seeing them too. We're looking forward to having some great Sundays together. And I would love, if it doesn't happen before then, to have a big homecoming and, reunion type service on Easter Sunday on the 4th. That's 3 weeks away. And so ask that you would remember all of those things in prayer. Remember the Annie Armstrong Easter offering, and remember our giving towards that. And remember to have a heart for missions, for those missionaries that labor in all of these places around the world. But this is for North American missions. And we're going to see a video tomorrow from a couple in Nampa, Idaho. And just a unique situation there where they restarted a church that was on the verge of closing its doors. And just a great thing there. And so just pray for these missionaries, whether on the foreign field or on the more local field or on a North American field. Pray for our missionaries and have a heart of missions. And just ask you to remember all these things that I mentioned to you. And make yourself a prayer, and more of a prayer warrior, and take the time to really pray for one another. And I challenge the church to pray for the week of missions last week, and continue to pray for them. And in these times when you are still feeling a little cooped in, spend that time wisely and pray for one another. I can't tell you enough to pray for those things we mentioned. Pray for Donna this week, and give her some encouragement and some strength. I know she'll appreciate that. Pray for Miss Judy Signorelli and her treatments, that she'll get the same. So just ask that you would remember all these things I mentioned to you. Play this twice. It's only 8 minutes long, and make it a matter of prayer. And till we have the video, God bless you for now.